since you're
Here we go.
making...
Look, the perfect tuna melts is
Everybody vote.
hard to get right.
It is. That's very...
Oh, are we about to witness an actual eating crab here?
They're not toxic. It's fine.
No, no. That looked like now, my question that looked pink though. I thought orange was the best.
No, orange is for night vision.
Oh, okay.
I'm in the house. Pink is like strawberries. It's like dessert.
I love your commitment to the bit.
I had to.
Yeah, it's perfect.
This is terrible.
It's very good.
You need red to go
That was a stale
faster.
one.
I don't have the subscriber ones anymore. Oops.
Nope.
Bummer.
I have to go through and fix those later.
Carnation pink. You have a good eye.
It's because I
Right.
backed out of my affiliate contract in order
Makes
to do
sense.
this. So subscribing to me is no longer an option.
Alas. Oh well. But
You don't have YouTubes?
hey guys, we're
That's
live.
different.
Oh, hi.
That's different.
Oh, hello. I didn't see you there.
It does look a little different.
You know, we've got to stop meeting like this.
Oh.
Yeah, everybody's just randomly showing up at the same time on the same stream.
For the last several
Almost
months,
like
give or
it's
take a few
just-
weeks.
Oh, so
The
wondering.
Accidental
Yeah.
Starfinder
Yeah.
podcast.
Okay. Let me get off of this before it starts lagging me.
I dig the new layout, by the way.
Thank you.
Although I feel lonely up there in the corner, all by myself.
I just wanted you to be up there by yourself
sit
in
in
the
your fucking
corner
tower.
thinking about what you were doing.
Yeah.
I've
I'm always sitting in the
regained.
corner thinking about what I'm doing.
Tower.
If I didn't think about what I was doing, then I mean, just imagine what kind of chaos this world would be in.
Hey, have you been playing the same game we've been playing?
Yeah. So we-
We're
I mean, what game have we been playing here?
It's pretty
That's
chaotic
what-
already.
That's what I'm
I
trying to
don't-
figure out.
Who's winning? Is
I'm
anybody
pretty sure at this
I'm winning,
point
obviously.
we're playing. He's playing poker. We're playing Cards Against Humanity, and that explains everything.
winning? That's it.
Oh, I thought I was playing blackjack and you guys were playing Cards Against Humanity. Oh man.
He's over there
God, you
Winning
playing.
get me wrong.
exploding kittens.
He's over there
Ooh.
playing blackjack, and we're playing
I have
pool.
really bad cards. Oh no.
There we go.
I am not even suited.
I dig it. All right, fine. That's fair. It's fair. I get it. But anyway, as I sit here in my corner of awesome, it's not a corner of shame, it's a corner of awesome, high above all of you peons here before us.
Remember, the higher you go.
The bigger the boom when I fall,
Yep.
the more devastation I wrought. I write. Wrought? No, it's not wrought. That's the wrong word. I don't know what the right word there would be.
Right. You were right the first time.
Root.
But, yeah. Y'all ready to get this party started?
Yeah.
You're confident. You feeling with such great confidence.
Good.
That's what I do.
As you should. But hello and welcome back to another space jumping, timeline skipping, I'm creaking my chair like a jackass, alternate reality destroying session of Dude, Where's My Drift? Now streaming in stereo.
Wait, really? Is there an echo?
Podcasting.
Wait,
Is there an
Is
echo or
it-
something? Is the sound messed up?
are we in stereo or is it just double vision?
That's a good question. I'm not sure, but
You know,
that's a
if you let
question
your
for the
eyes,
masses.
if you let your eyes
What do
drift
I do with
together,
this?
we're in
With the yellow
3D.
one and the red one and the white one?
If you cross your eyes just right, we make a weird picture that you couldn't see the first time.
But I mean, that's the
thought it
story
was-
of my life.
I thought it was just the beer.
Shit.
No, it's only after the fifth or
It's
sixth beer.
As I
No,
said, I
you
thought it
have-
was just the beer.
No, no,
See,
you were-
you just have the cheat code to crossing your eyes. But those out there in the audio sphere, I am your GM, your galactic menace, K. Refresh and recharge after a month-long break to deal with the insanity that is the holiday season. Once again, bringing our amazing listeners and viewers and my spectacular players in for some more zany hijinks. Starting us off tonight, he has plenty of sharp objects with which he will stick into friend and foe alike. But it's okay because the friendly pokes are full of love. We have Doge playing Dr. Sam Lee.
All pokes are under doctor's orders.
It's horrible. Their big brain is not just for show, it's to help them remember every issue of every comic they've ever read to get influence for the super cool martial arts moves that they'll lay waste to enemies with. We have Chups playing Brain Zero.
Good evening.
Next up, we have the mascot of the group, the tiny little plant folk who has a penchant for eating anything that gets laid out in front of them, even the ones they lay out themselves. I give you Kaz playing Simber.
Hello there.
General.
The angel from my nightmare. Sorry, go ahead.
He's big, he's green, and he may try to act mean, but we all know he's a big old softie deep down in his big, scaly cloaca. And all he wants is to keep his enemies safe. Or sorry, keep his friends safe and his enemies less safe. I present Clue playing Gator.
Do we need to start over? Do we need to start the podcast over?
I think we
I think we're about 20 episodes too late.
You're about 20 episodes too late. We're about 20 minutes too late. It's all good, guys. We got this. I am doing a wonderful job.
We are professionals.
I am
Oh,
so professional.
professional.
So help me, Caden Kayleen. I will turn this podcast around.
Uh-oh. We're trying to break out the full names here, guys. I might be in trouble. Before I get wasted out here, rounding us out, he has all the knowledge of the universe at the tip of his tongue. If only his dice rolls keep it coming up for recall checks, while he's slinging spells left and right and summoning up a storm of beasties. We have ST playing Treb.
What a concise and accurate description.
You guys can't tell, I struggled hard trying to figure out this intro.
Did
It was a
not notice.
masterpiece.
Yeah, didn't notice.
Yeah, I think you did fine. So there.
Yeah. I wasn't being sarcastic. That was a concise and accurate description of Trev.
It
We got
was.
exactly what we paid for.
You know what makes people think you're
It's
not
been
being sarcastic?
4 weeks since we podcast.
Sarcastic.
Saying I'm not being sarcastic.
No, it was great. You're doing great.
You know what really helps
I'm
people
doing
feel like they're
wonderful,
doing
all
great?
right?
Alright, I got my bare naked ladies in. We're good.
So we've missed a few of those lately, I think. That or I missed them too. You can go through again.
I've missed every single one, up to including the one that just happened, apparently.
Were you lying in bed feeling just like Brian Wilson did?
Yes.
No, it's been 1 week.
It's been
No, it's been 4 weeks since we last streamed,
Yeah.
as Clue has pointed
4
out.
weeks?
God, it's been so long,
Yeah.
guys. I've missed you guys. I haven't seen you in so long.
well,
Yeah,
get
so
better
you ate
aim.
all those hot sauces.
Holy shit, I've had a rough one.
Roll
We're not talking
better.
about those hot sauces again.
Yeah.
I did not miss the what was that? What's this fucker called again? I still have not moved it. Tongue scraper. Didn't miss that at all.
No, I don't think any of us will ever miss that one.
I needed something else scraped after that.
For those listening, there's at some point going to be a video of said hot sauces occurring on
Pay
YouTube.
us money.
Yeah.
Eventually, someday.
It'll get put together someday. The editing magic will happen.
Yeah. The interns are whining about the lack of pay. Right, interns? Ironically enough, my cat just started yelling right when I said that. That was that timing. I wish it was caught on mic. But hi guys, how's it going? Are you ready for some exciting dice roll shenanigans tonight?
Yes.
Always.
You're winding us up
sure.
a lot, and I'm really worried about what's coming next.
What are you talking? Winding us up a lot.
Don't
I'm doing
start
our
with
usual
me.
shtick. All I'm saying is, we're gonna have some fun tonight. We might go a little bit long since it's been so long since we played. Get some good action and adventure and exciting happenings in.
We'll see what
I feel like I'm scaring you guys even worse. I love this.
Yeah.
Hold on. I need to take a deep breath before this power goes to my head. All right.
There we go. All right. Yeah, we're good.
So I will be polite because it's been a month. I'm not going to make any of you recap what happened last time. Although I was told to challenge Chups, see if you can do it in 12 words or less.
Oh yeah, I want to hear that. No.
Yeah, let's see what happens.
Yeah,
All right, give us your 12 words. What happened last
Challenge
time?
was issued.
I
Challenge
don't
was
even-
issued. Challenge needs
Yeah.
to be accepted.
Indeed. Challenge accepted. Shit went down.
Hey, oh, there we go. Shit went down
Yeah,
indeed.
My math checks out. That's under 12 words.
Wait, hold on. 1, 2. Oh yeah, no, you're right. That is under 12.
Wait.
Yeah.
1, 2. Viewers at home can't see me counting this out on my fingers to make sure. Ruined the joke.
To be fair, he actually has more than 3 fingers. We've checked.
You don't know that.
Yeah, he's held them up. We can see them.
3.
That could have been somebody else's fingers.
4, 5.
Ooh.
I mean, we're not talking about my finger collection. You're not supposed to know about that, Kaz.
Is that like the heart of a child I have?
Yes, it is. I mean, no, it's not. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't have a collection of fingers belonging to
Should
other
go see a
people.
doctor.
But indeed.
Oh.
To be-
You should
I mean, it
probably
goes
get that
well with.
on ice. At least. That's not good. That's not good.
Oh no, it's embalmed. I used to be a funeral director, and that's actually
Oh,
true.
Okay.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay, folks. Jeps is a professional. They know what they're doing.
Thank God someone thinks I know what I'm
Your
doing.
Honor, I assure you, I used to be licensed. Every time. Don't worry.
Yeah, so like Jeps put so succinctly last time, shit went down. More specifically, you guys all had to rush back to the Primarata as your enemy from Avernus, the Orinius Malacanta. Suddenly found you guys 200 years in the future from when you first encountered her, and proceeded to start firing blasts from her starship at your starship, destroying the dream station you had just abandoned, and then dispersing a whole bunch of small fighters out into chase you guys around, where you proceeded to jump through a whole bunch of different planes and be chased around by them before eventually finding yourselves in the drift, where you were able to take a quick breather, find yourselves a nice duck, and Trev managed to get some scans to try to figure out what kind of weird stuff was going on with the drift. After that, you returned to normal space, and the fighters were right there with you, where you had to engage them in some starship combat. After handily destroying the couple fighters that had come out with you, you guys finally took a chance to look around where you were and realized, oh, you're right on the outside of the accretion disk of a black hole, and it looks like there's this massive starship slowly sinking in towards the black hole.
I totally forgot that.
Sucks to be y'all.
Everything else I remembered, but not the.
I don't remember. I don't remember any of that.
I remember fighting some devils. They also accused us of genociding, which was confusing.
Yeah,
So
I
you gotta
remember
keep the genocide.
I do not
I mean-
remember a black hole.
Why? Why would
That was like the
devils?
very last thing.
I still can't figure out why devils would even care.
Well, it's because we killed her sister. And plus, we caused the death. You guys caused the just death of everybody else, which means there's no one there for them to make deals with and gain more power.
Well, they need to get a new copy of Spore and just start everything over again.
Hmm.
Don't work like that, though.
Hey gang, is it bad that I don't know who that lady was that was firing on us and all mad? I don't remember her at all.
Well, it did happen over 200 years ago.
Okay, well that's good. Yeah, holy shit. Gator just gets quiet. Wait a minute.
But yeah, so
Are we
as
immortal?
we
I mean, I might be.
Yeah, that's fair. But
You know,
if,
with
if we
maintenance.
replace every part of you to keep you alive, are you really you? Oh,
Yeah. Yes.
okay. If you say so, I believe you. You're smarter than me. Okay. Oh, look,
but yeah,
I don't know
so
what to do with
as
my
we
hands.
as we open up for this week, a massive black hole fills the screen, surrounded by a chaotic cloud of debris that circles around and moves ever closer to it. Floating hulks of twisted metal, apparently from ruined starships, collide with islands of crumbling rock torn from some unknown planet before tumbling toward the black hole's inky maw. The exposed roots of floating massive trees dangle like grasping fingers. A stone ziggurat spins erratically, obliterating smaller debris in its path. Chunks of sandstone occasionally break off from the intimidating structure and disintegrate, and all around the Primarata, pieces of incongruous landscapes float toward the black hole, slowly at first, but more quickly as they near their destination. And the Primarata is not alone. A large and decrepit black freighter floats in the distance, emerging from behind a slab of craggy, snow-dusted granite that looks like it was sheared from a mountain's precipice. The stalled ship spins slowly, gaping holes in its hull, exposing the ship's interior to vacuum. Despite the massive damage, emergency lights blink upon the freighter's hull, and light occasionally flickers from its viewports as the mysterious ship drifts slowly but inexorably towards this black hole.
Reno turns his shielded face towards the rest of the crew and looks at them for a moment, and then back out at the black hole, and then at the ship. I do not recognize that particular make. Do we have any idea who that is? What that is? Perhaps we should scan?
Yeah. If someone wants, you can do a scan.
I'll do it.
I was gonna say that would really be Simber or Treb's wheelhouse there.
Simber, do things involving the ship.
That's a 29 computer check.
Cool. So you start to scan the trader. You're able to actually very easily pick up a transponder code identifying it as a vessel known as the Final Horizon. It is an ancient Solarian cosmonastery.
Ah, interesting.
Okay.
It seems to be running on. It has power, but not much. Unfortunately, it's not able. Doesn't seem to be running engines currently. And as you guys saw, there's gaping holes in the sides of this ship from some kind of accident, and it seems to be having emergency lights blinking along the sides of it. And parts are definitely seem to be exposed to vacuum, but you are able to pick up life signs still aboard.
No one likes it when you have surprise gaping holes.
Given our proximity to the black hole, I'm not sure this is a surprise.
being
If somebody
torn
likes to
apart.
roll, if somebody likes to roll mysticism or physical science, I can tell you some stuff about the black hole.
Hell yeah.
Oh god, I'm fucking dying. Oh, I'm
Hell
so glad I was
no.
muted right then.
If somebody would like to roll skill checks, Simber gives a crap for 1 second, gets blown out of the water. Okay. That's cute little cabbage. Yes, it is tearing the ship apart atom by atom.
It definitely is slowly drawing the final horizon in towards it. And y'all know, so black holes are thought to be connected to the negative energy plane, which is basically any life forms that go through that are instantly killed because, negative
Bad.
life. And you guys are considered positive life. Even you robots are considered positive life.
So
That's bad.
we should probably.
But yeah,
stay away.
and if you guys definitely know, if you get too close to that black hole, you could potentially get caught and be sucked in as well.
Can we get close enough to rescue whoever's on the ship being pulled in without
That
getting
would
pulled in
be-
ourselves?
That would require a piloting check.
If only we knew one of those.
Sid can do it if you want him to. If you want Sid to get closer, he will get closer.
I mean, I don't want to leave these people to die.
Do we even know who these people are?
We know they're
Perhaps.
Solarians. Do we know anything about the Cosmonastery's philosophy or whatever?
We know they need.
Nothing that you're able to figure out from the just scanning the ship of them. However, it is about this point when the Primarata gets a ping from a communication.
Huh.
Well, that's handy. I hit the button. Hello, this is Gator. I'm the captain.
Greetings. I am the artificial intelligence of the final horizon, known as Core A. I am reaching out because our sensors have picked up your ship arriving in system. I am the artificial intelligence guiding the final horizon en route to a stellar nursery when unfortunately we were ejected unexpectedly from the drift and sustained heavy damage and began to fall near this black hole. I would like to request you to please approach and try and touch each other to hopefully pull us away from ultimate destruction.
There are people on your ship and not just an AI, right?
Indeed, there are still several survivors on board. My scans indicate there are still 34
Okay.
individuals alive on board the ship with me.
Okay. I feel like you said what you needed to say, and we're on it. Coming in. And all right. Well, okay. Hey.
I love that the
Sid-
audio quality is
Sid's-
just.
Sid's just awkwardly turning his head around, So, what do you want me to do?
First day on the job. I don't know what to say. All right, we gotta get in there, right? We gotta go help them people. They're people. Robot. I don't know. Not a robot.
Captain, what are
What
the
said?
chances that the Primarata can actually produce enough inertia to get this thing out of the black holes?
What are the chances that we couldn't? We're over 200 years old now. This is a crazy ship. We can do it. I believe in the ship. I believe in this crew. We can do it. I'm gonna bolster you, and you bolster this ship, and we're gonna fucking make it happen, Captain. I'm the captain. Yep, Gator's captain. That's what I am.
Brano just sort of lays one of his hands along his visor, like he'd rub his brain, but
I think we can do it. I don't think that it's right to leave people that need help.
perhaps we can evacuate
I don't
what
think.
crew is left onto our ship.
Yeah, I mean, even that, that's fine.
Well, 34 people would probably strain the Primarata's life support beyond his capabilities.
That's a lot into our plumbing system.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to hail a tugboat of some kind. Yep.
And like I said, if somebody would like to roll me a piloting check.
Yeah, Sid can do that.
Can I assist with the piloting check?
Sure. This is no, because this is just to see like what you guys might be able to do to help this ship out, basically.
Ah, okay. Well,
It's more just general information.
What about him? Oh, you rolled the nat 20, but I rolled a 19, so it's okay.
Not too shabby. So the two of you kind of confer, like Brain Zero and Sid confer for a moment, and you're able to determine that you basically have three choices here. The other ship seems to have a little bit of thrust, but not enough to get itself out of the gravity well of the black hole.
mhm.
And so if you can hook up a tow cable and then just really push the Primarata's engines, you might be able to get it, and they power up a little bit, give themselves a little push, you might be able to tow them free.
Okay.
Like tow them by cable.
Okay.
Sorry, you may be
so
able to
that-
attach cables to tow them with. A second option is you could, again, boost the engines and basically carefully position and ram and push the much larger Final Horizon with the Primarata.
That sounds way more fun. Let's
Sounds like
ram
a
them.
terrible idea.
Let's fucking ram them.
And your third
I'm
option
on team ram them.
is to essentially dock with the Final Horizon, like attach the Primarata to it and then tow it that way.
Well, do we have the
That
cables?
sounds way too safe. We should just ram them. We don't have cables, probably.
I mean,
Let me go check real quick. Gator finds cables and then throws them out the airlock.
I'll say with as many engineers as you guys have on your board, you could probably rig some cables up.
I've got 20 feet. Does that help?
I have actually like 100 feet of cable myself. It's not like great cable or anything, but
Like I said, you like between Trebs, Spanner, and Gimbals, you guys could definitely rig up. You could rig something from the Primarata up to be able to act as towing cable.
honestly, yeah, Gimbals is probably fucking crazy enough to fucking have something already ready. It fucking is like, yeah, I can totally. Oh, do you not want to harpoon ships? oh, my bad.
Trev,
yeah. I would say Brano would certainly favor the cable situation to begin with, because attaching ourselves in a more firm way sounds like a great way to wind up in the black hole.
Here's what we got, fellas. Non-binary beings.
Okay.
And ramming the ship sounds like a great way to put ourselves in control.
Would be fine.
let's not damage our unique artifact starship if we don't have to.
Fine. Yes, no. Okay,
All right, so
here's what we got. We got us a standard space whale harpoon gun, right? And attached to it, we got all your cables welded together. That's the best I can do at short notice. Okay? Okay. There you go.
Okay.
all right,
I
so
love that.
for this, to safely pilot through the debris field to get close enough to the Final Horizon and attach cables to it, I'm going to need a piloting check or two.
Huh?
That's a lot
Or
of
two.
piloting checks.
Oh.
Any other checks? Can I like do some captaining shit to aid this? I'm
You can
sorry,
indeed. You
Kimball
can.
voice.
You can do your usual DC. You can do a diplomacy or intimidate to give a +2 or +4 bonus to the checks that we're normally doing.
You know we're going for that intimidate.
Oh, Sid doesn't like being yelled at, though. He's a
Simber,
sensitive SRO.
Simber just gives Gator the
Hey, I won't
popcorn.
yell at
We
you.
let people do what they're
I won't
doing.
yell at you about it, okay?
Physically threatened.
Gator, give us a roll.
Very quietly, though. Very quietly, physically threatened.
Yeah, hang on. If you don't do this, I'm going to smash your head into that joystick that you got right in front of you.
I hate to say it, but that's not enough to get the bonus.
Yeah, I didn't think it was. It was a bad one. Yeah,
It was
it was
close.
a bad roll.
Okay.
I rolled a 6 on the dice. What are you gonna do?
Could Treb roll a computers to aid? It's like targeting or whatever. No. Okay.
No, but if Trev wants to roll computers to plot the course of incoming debris to make sure you guys have an eye on it, you may do that as well.
They
And
sure
we
do.
boost our shields.
Is there anything a mysticism check can help with here?
11 for a 24.
Not at the moment, Simber. All right, Trev, indeed, you're able to help plot a solid course through some debris, though the easiest way that you're seeing here so far is going to require some blasting of a couple pieces out of your way while it makes that piloting check. So somebody would like to do a gunnery check.
Sid's making the piloting check. Yeah, not bad. I never. Were we supposed to level up our alternates?
I mean, eventually, but for now you're doing fine.
It would be one higher.
Maybe one higher.
But Brain Zero, did you want to do a gunnery check to try and blast some of this debris out of the way?
Yes. Do I pull that up on the ship?
You can just roll a regular range attack or a piloting check for it.
Yeah, it's gonna be the same for you. You're a soldier, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
All right. Ranged attack. Apparently a month away, and I cannot remember where any of my stuff is.
Dude, same. Like, I had to be taught how to fucking level up again. Because I totally didn't do that.
Oh no, that's not the right one. Oh, there we go. Oh no. Oh no.
Weird.
That was a nat one.
This is a great time to remind you guys that we are officially starting a new book today, which means everybody has a reroll again.
Oh.
I
I would have fucking scared the shit out of you. And I knew that. I
seems
just the most intimidating.
I'm not sure this is the best situation to roll that.
That's a classic GM trap. You failed a minor skill check? Well, you've got to reroll if you want to use it.
At the beginning of the book, too. Don't worry. No big deal.
Yeah.
Your first roll of the whole book.
Classic.
Sand.
Because I like to get rid of that shit as quickly as possible. Because I will forget about them.
Are you gonna let it stand, Chups?
No, I really do not want to use my book reroll on that. So what's the consequence of that?
Oh, nothing too crazy. Unfortunately, the debris, as you're piloting your way, as Sid is piloting their way through the debris, a nice little chunk does slam into the side of the Primarata, and everybody is going to be taking just a little bit of damage. Nothing too crazy.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Just 1.0 damage.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Everybody, hang on as we shake the camera really hard.
I forgot the full rest when you said we full rested.
Yeah.
Okay.
If anybody else didn't hit the button, go ahead and hit it now real quick and then take your 1 point of damage.
We take it in stamina, yes?
Correct.
Blaine.
Oh, 42. Secret to life, the universe, and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Awesome. All right. But you are able to start progressing your way through there again. Simber,
Mm-hmm.
now I'd like you to please roll me a mysticism check.
Oh, well, now that you're watching, I'm gonna roll like crap.
24.
Cool. So as you guys are getting nearer to this black hole and the final horizon, you just begin between your Solarian powers and your Mystic Devastator connection. You just feel yourself being drawn a little bit towards it, and you find yourself being able to pull a little of the mystical energies of this negative energy plane and this massive accretion disk along with you. And you're able to kind of, if you so choose, you may use this kind of synchronization energy you're feeling to give each of your shipmates a +2 circumstance bonus for their checks this round. It is if you so choose.
I don't want to derail it on the first episode of the first book. I will do that. That sounds great. Y'all have fun.
Okay. So with that,
It
again,
is-
Trev, go ahead and do another computer check.
All right.
It should be noted that it is a testament to how good of an influence everybody on the Primarata has been for Cinder. Because if this was the
Exactly.
beginning of last book, she'd be pulling the throttle forward and pushing both ships in.
That's a
This would
30
be-
with the +2 bonus.
Awesome. So you are able to get a solid course plotted. This one is going to be avoiding any bits of debris this time. So, Clue, would you like to try and encourage Sid this time?
Yeah.
Or you just want to let him do his thing?
Lean in real close and be like, "Look, I'm sorry about that, buddy. I'm under a lot of pressure too, and like, look, I don't know if you drink beer, but I will buy you whatever beverage you would like or thing. I don't know.
Thank you for
We'll
following,
talk about
Corrosive
it.
Squid. Really
Make it up to
appreciate
you.
it.
But you're doing a real good job, and I'm sorry. It
That's
says
pretty
more
good.
about me than it does you, and I just want you to know that.
All right, roll a diplomacy check.
I'm trying. I'm trying, baby. I'm trying. I got a 20. I don't have that great of a diplomacy.
Hey, that'll be a success. So, Sid, you're going to have a total +4 on your piloting check here.
All right. Plus,
Catch more flies with honey.
Sid just responds with a pre-recorded sound of.
I'm pretty used to this, Skater.
Here we go. Ooh, not a great roll, but
Just
What'd we
sending Gator a letter. Dear
24
Gator.
total.
Okay, that'll be enough. You're able to smoothly pilot the Primarata into position to where you are now
Thank you
close
for the
enough
follow, dysfunctional
to
dad. I really
the
appreciate
final
it.
horizon where you could get some cables attached.
Oh,
However,
harpoon gun.
I don't like how
always-
however, I have some bad news, Clue. Gimbals, you're not going to be able to fire with a harpoon gun because there's just a little too much debris in the way. You guys are going to need to send someone out there to manually attach these cables.
Little scar bubble.
Uh,
I'm supposed
Right.
Goblin. I'm supposed to.
I feel like depending on what kind of cables and what kind of stats are needed, I would probably be the best person to do it.
So the good news
well,
is obviously
We
with
do have an SRO
environmental
that can't
protections.
breathe- He doesn't need to breathe.
Yeah, I've got Treb has Star Walk as well, the cantrip that Simber has, so can also just kind of control their own movement out in the void,
Oh, okay.
and doesn't need to
So-
breathe.
All right, never
I
mind then.
would at least like, to keep like as much of the party together as possible.
Yeah.
So maybe
Just everyone suits
Yeah.
up.
Just the two of you.
Never
I
mind
don't
then.
think all of us need to go.
We'll
I'm
just
saying that.
we'll just
but-
send you
Sam
know.
Lee's putting his helmet on right now. I got this, guys. Don't worry.
So,
right, like, man, the pragmatic
To-
doctor.
so to get the cables attached, it is going to be an athletics check.
Oh,
Well,
never
Trev's
mind
not the
then.
one. Yeah.
Never
Gator will
mind
go.
then.
I would say
Gator will go.
Brano.
Brano
Say
and Gator will definitely go.
Trev will go to cast. Oh no, Starwalk is just personal, but I guess could cast it on themselves
You
or
could
Simber
cast it on
could.
you. Yeah, Trev could cast it on themselves and be kind of an anchor.
Yeah.
That would work. Have fun storming the castle.
So it's a good thing in Starfinder, all your armor just comes with free environmental protection, so you can go out in space without stressing about it.
That is a good
That
thing.
reminds me, we should probably put on.
So is anyone going out with Brano, or is Brano going out on their own?
Gator's
Uh,
going.
Trev's going.
Sid's gonna go too. Might as well just bring half the party out.
I'll stay behind just in case the rest of them are big damn heroes.
Yeah, it would be good to have somebody that can get out there to get us.
In case something
Shit
bad
gets real
happens.
Yeah, I would prefer that.
Okay.
option.
So we cable ourselves together too, right?
Yeah, cable ourselves and like we'll lead out with the cable line from, I think.
It's maybe not the coolest we've ever looked, but it's gonna get the job done.
It's like a bunch of kindergartners on their way to the park, all holding on to a piece of rope.
Like I've got what I'd like to have is Brano as in like a baby Bjorn, and then you two like on my shoulders.
Oh.
I like how Brano's the one in the baby Bjorn.
Oh, like
But on the upside, Brano's technically got 4 arms. He's just clinging
Yeah.
on with his extra arm. It
we are
has the other
now
2.
a 12-armed thing.
Okay. So that's the thing that's happening, folks.
Yep. If we can't be ridiculous.
You said
Then
this
why are we
up.
even doing this? I know. I'm proud. Very proud of myself for this.
You're gonna kill half the party right here.
Who quit the show?
I mean, it's very tempting to throw something extra in here at you guys right now, but no, I'm not going to.
That
You're
scares
able
me more
to-
than if you had, actually.
Oh, I was totally expecting like a meteor swarm or something.
Space shark.
that goose, that space
No,
goose.
see,
we saw.
I
we should
just
have had the harpoon.
hey Simber, before your
Mhm.
crew sets out,
Mhm.
if you so desire, you may commune with the black hole again to give them some bonuses for their little trip. However, it is going to cost a resolve point this time.
I'll do it.
Yeah, sure, why not?
Okay, so spend a resolve point and roll another mysticism check.
Yeah! Oh, it's a 17.
Oh no.
I mean, that's probably still.
There's a 4 on the
That
That
dice.
is actually not enough,
I had rolled
actually.
and got a 4. I would have had
4 is not good.
So
Unfortunately, that will not be enough to give them their little bonuses. So, the 4 of you who are heading out into the abyss, go ahead and please make me an acrobatics check to direct your floating to the right spot.
So Trev's gonna cast Starwalk that lets them move half their speed in zero gravity. Like they get a fly speed of half their speed, basically. So 15 feet.
do we need to roll this? Oh, I got an 8. Because
You got a natural 1 there, my friend.
I think I need to use that book reroll is what it needs to do.
Wait,
Because
can't,
that's gonna be
can't
bad
Trev
news
just
bears.
like yank you because we're all tied together?
I am like a 400-pound fucking.
We're in space.
Yeah, That's
I can produce my own thrust, you know?
If not, I mean, I've got a fire extinguisher with me. We can just our way through space. It's great.
yeah. Freaking Eva.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
Okay. No, I guess. Fuck it. I'll let them save me. Yep. Okay.
Do you want us to roll something like a reflex save or something?
I mean, if we're all tied together, then he's just gonna yo-yo.
That would be pretty entertaining.
Actually, I just throw up on my helmet.
Oh, we lost our GM.
Oh no.
I thought he was awfully quiet there for a minute.
Yeah, and this screen was frozen, and now gone.
So Craig is going to get kicked out here if he's not in here, I think.
No, it'll stay until we're all gone.
Fantastic news. Well, Craig, you're still a snitch. We hate you.
Now remember, we're still online. Oh, back. He's back.
I can say
Hey, I'm back, I think.
Yay.
Snitches get stitches. That's true. Craig.
We were just deciding which one of us was going to take over as GM.
Yeah.
I mean, valid.
You were like, oh, well, I see 6 or 7 may enter, only 1 may leave.
And then the party finds a cred stick with 10,000 credits on it.
I mean, we all know that if anyone's going to take over as GM, it would not be that generous.
It would be, but there are so many asterisks.
True, so many asterisks there. Well, I'm still waiting for the game to load back in.
I love it.
This is what happens when we break for a month, guys.
This has been an episode of all time.
Yes.
This something.
Fucking loopy.
I don't know what you all are talking about. We're in top form tonight.
Still waiting for my game to load back in, guys.
Concussion yesterday.
Yeah, no
I had 2
worries.
beers, so I should probably stop.
Yeah,
Probably.
probably. Yeah.
So anyway, I was trying to decide what to do with you guys for Clue Rock in that natural one. We're gonna re-roll it, or decide not to after all.
I mean, I'm very much willing to, but the party says that they will catch me if I fall.
I mean,
Okay, and
we are floating
I
in.
will catch you. I will be waiting.
The question is, did
And,
they mean that
there's-
metaphorically?
Sam Leo was going with them too, right, Doge?
No, absolutely not.
Okay, I thought you said I thought he was going for it.
Nope, absolutely not. He's like at the door basically. He'll stand there to
Gator
help.
throws up in his helmet as he spins like a fucking yo-yo.
Okay, so if you guys are going to save Gator, please,
Oh.
Brain, Zero, and Trev, roll me some reflex check saves.
How's a 4 on the die for a 6 to you?
Wonderful.
Oh no!
Evan.
Although, again, I want to say, Trev can produce their own thrust and just fly. We're in the void of space. It shouldn't really be a big concern.
All right,
And Brado got
you
a
guys.
15.
That is a very big concern for Gator.
So
That is
as Gator just kind of
entire
flubs
concern
their
for Gator.
little, they just like start flailing. He just starts flailing his arms all around him as you guys take off from the ship because he slips on his way out the door while you're all tied together. But starts pulling you other two kind of off kilter and off out of the way a little bit. And you all start to kind of slowly shift as you start to slowly shift towards some of these debris and an asteroid that's just flying through the secretion disk, almost directly at you guys. When Brano cleverly whips out their fire extinguisher and starts with some timed blasts, manages to course correct and get you back on the path to where you need to be to land on the final horizon.
Brano comments, yes, this was covered in Space Hero, Arc 14, Issue 42 shrugs his strange little shoulders and clips his fire extinguisher back into his equipment pack.
And now, Gator, can you also roll me a reflex save?
Yeah. Well, look at the big brain on Braino.
He's having a time.
He is, but luckily Gator was able to maintain grip on the cables needed to attach between the Primarata to the final horizon.
That would have been embarrassing.
All right, and so the three of you land on the outside of the final horizon near where you're aiming to be able to start attaching the cables. It's going to be an athletics check from Gator and an athletics check from Brain Zero to get them attached properly.
Alrighty.
Treb's just giving thumbs up.
5 on the die
Oh my
for
God.
13. Oh.
We're getting killed in the dice, so this is gonna get way off the rails. I'm about to start back freaking heavy.
You know, one of the nice things about not having very much to do is that I don't really have the opportunity to screw anything up yet.
Yet.
It's coming, trust me.
19 other episodes.
Fresh
Gator,
start.
let's see how you do.
Start.
Okay, I got athletics.
Come on, Gator, you can do it. Put a little power to it. Oh, hey.
How about 27?
Okay. Brain Zero, do you want to let that 13 lie?
Yep, I'm gonna let that 13 lie.
Okay.
The hell of an 8
So-
to my 27.
Trev, roll me perception.
I can do that.
Actually, sorry.
Sort
No,
of.
wait, roll me engineering, not roll me
Oh, I
engineering.
can definitely do that, more than sort of. If library chip applies, another +4. If not, 17. I got a 5 on the die.
All right, Trev, you're kind of looking over their work, and you see Gator has his cable attached so damn good, it's probably not going to be able to. It's probably not going to break off when you guys want it to. Brain Zero, on the other hand, you notice that as soon as you guys start thrusting the Primarata, it is going to snap free. It is not well secured.
So we both think there's something wrong, but we disagree about which thing is wrong.
No, like Gators is there good. Gators is good. Brain Zero's is not good. Is kind of what I'm telling you.
Oh, it's multiple cables.
Yeah.
Yes, there's two cables.
Okay.
But it's like a. Yeah, like a. It V's out, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like we got like a lead
Gotcha.
for each of us, is what I would think.
Okay.
Yep.
Yes.
So, do you want to warn Brain Zero or just go let it lie?
Yeah, no, I think you need to get it in there a little bit further.
Oh my.
Brain Zero will simply cock his head one way, the other, and then what do you suggest?
Try again?
Yep. Acrobatics, or should I use engineering, as I also have that? Or athletics?
Nope, do another athletics to try it again.
Alrighty. How
There we
about a
go.
27 total? 19 on
Hell
the
yeah, 220, the 27 bros.
Much
27
better.
bucks, not a
You
good one.
The contemplative
All
is
your-
not too proud to take correction.
All swollen is cerebral.
you guys are positive that those cables are well attached now. And so I asked, do you want to sit on the final horizon and enjoy the show as the Primarata tries to pull it free, or do you want to get crawl along the cables to get back to your ship?
Definitely get back to our ship.
I agree. Bruno would certainly.
Okay, well, if
We
y'all
can
are
deal
going, I
with-
guess I should go too. That one. All right.
You are
We
the
only get to
captain.
See this
Gator.
once. Yeah, that's true. It's first day in the job. Give me some time. I'm sorry for my missteps before. We're gonna start over.
Awesome.
I promise.
So
We better.
you guys are able to just kind of like hand pull yourselves along the cable back to the Primarata. Get there nice and easy.
No glitch
And?
ones, nothing like that.
Nope.
Don't give him ideas.
All right. Back on board, I need 3 piloting checks from Sid to be able to get the 2 ships away from the black hole, out of the gravity well.
May I assist on this roll?
Yes.
May I?
Yes.
All right. So a 19.
Hey Sid, I think you're gonna do really great here. Just yeah. You let me know if you need anything at all. I'm here for you. I'm gonna do better.
Sid's in the moment right now. He comes off like he's not listening.
Sid's not listening.
Yeah, no,
He did
was
remove his ears
real
earlier.
in his head about it. Sid is winning as far as the power structure goes. Sid is
All right, Sid, that is 2 aids. Remember, you have to do 3 total checks. If you want to take each of those aids on different checks, you may do so.
Yeah, I'll do one now and then one on the second one, then solo the last one.
All right, roll
First
them up.
check.
There goes my
27 for the number 1.
hero.
Mm-hmm.
Number 2. Not plus 23. That'd be too much. Number 2 is 31. And the final check. Sid is... If he could sweat, he'd be sweating right now.
Leaking a little mineral oil.
Ooh, not quite as good. 22.
All right, so now that you have successfully managed to get the tow cables attached and everyone returned back to the Primarata, Sid, with some help from encouragement from your captain and help from Brain Zero in the co-pilot's chair, you are able to just slowly start increasing the thrust of the Primarata. As the cables begin to go taut, there is the sound of just pulling metal as you start to, and you feel the Primarata start to shake and strain from the sheer volume of the massive ship behind you guys. This thing is nearly 1,000 feet long, like in its total length, so it's huge. Almost 10 times the size of the Primarata, really. And you start just keep going, engineering gimbals and Treb back there in the engine bay. You report that the power core is still purring great. The engines are going well. It's just taking a lot of thrust. And then finally, the engines on the Final Horizon kick on just enough to get a little push. And you feel the Primarata finally cease its strain and start to just pull forward. As you go flying for a brief distance, the debris field is almost terrifying how little maneuverability these two ships have being towed like this through all this rubble all over the place around you guys. Like, you see a massive asteroid pass probably within feet of the Primarata at one point. But eventually you are able to pull free from the accretion disk and pull the Final Horizon out of the gravity well.
Yay.
And as you do so, the AI comes back across your communications. Thank you for your assistance. Please do not pull us too far from the black hole, as the Solarians on board do wish to study the effects it is having on this area now that we are no longer at risk of being pulled in. And after a moment, another voice comes across. Ah, you saved us! We thought our contemplations were at an end. Were any of you hurt? Or did you take any damage? Come, join us aboard the Final Horizon. Let us thank you properly. we'd be happy to have you as guests, wouldn't we, Cora? And after a moment, the AI responds, of course, Master Abbott. Initiating boarding assistance protocols. Wonderful, wonderful. Please,
We can
I am...
folks. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. This will be a hoot and a holler. Come on.
I am Tolaris, the Abbot of the Final Horizon. Please come, dock with us so that you may come aboard and we may meet properly.
Laris. Okay, well, my name's Gator. It's nice to meet y'all. I'll be right over with my crew. Forthwith is it's a word out of the day today. Forthwith.
Wonderful, wonderful. We shall meet face to face shortly. And they end the communications
Yes, sir.
there.
Hey, y'all. You want to go?
Yeah.
I mean, we did them a favor. Well, maybe we get some kind of reward out of it.
I find it interesting that we were told that we caused a complete eradication of life, and yet we find a admittedly crippled ship with survivors. Are they unaware of this genocide, this complete destruction?
As for that, actually, Sammy, roll me a life science check. No, Sammy, roll me a physical science check. Simber and Trev, roll me mysticism.
You got it.
You got it.
You got it.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a
Bunch of
21
mediocre
for
rolls.
Treb.
Yeah, I had
Okay.
15 overall.
Thank you for participating in my case study. I have learned that throwing dice and yelling "yeah" gets you shitty dice, so I just had to verify it after having done it the last 2 times.
So between the three of you, just kind of as Brandon was asking this of how we thought there was an absolute genocide of the pack, but then there's these people here, and how do they not know about it? Dr. Stanley, you start to kind of run some scans of the debris and the asteroid field around you with what you're able to pick up with the Primarata. And Simber and Treb, you kind of reach out with your mystical, magical senses. And the three of you are able to come to a very pleasant conclusion when you really think about it. And that's that you are back in the year 322. That you're back in your own time.
Wait, what?
What the fuck?
Mm-hmm.
When did that happen?
After those coordinates that you picked up at the Dream Station in the future included a component for time. And when you entered them in and traveled to them, which brought you here, they brought you back 200 years into the past, back to your normal time.
Crazy.
We need to figure out some kind of like absolute chronometer or something that can just like tell us what time period we're in at some point. That's a later problem.
That's a problem.
It's kind of a current problem too. It's also a problem for past us because it's all time based. So it's,
yeah.
And Trev, you look at your Starstone compass, and it is once again working.
Oh, okay.
So whatever happened, whatever genocide you potentially caused, has not happened yet.
Will have caused.
Well, now we
don't
will
like
not
that.
have now we will not have already having caused it.
Right. Exactly.
We can in no way run into us, correct? Because we had already left, or we could be potentially here
Again.
Yes, we could already still potentially have been here.
All right. I'm not a smart lizard, and it hurts my head to think about this. And you just tell me if we have to like not fight us or hide from us. I don't know. how that works. We'll burn that bridge when we come to it. Okay, y'all.
Yeah, I think it's
damn.
TBD.
We'll let you know if we already need to have begun fighting ourselves at some point in the future.
Amber, please don't eat me. I don't want to have to say that
Thank
twice.
you for the follow, Ty
Please
Starheart.
listen to me the first time. Right now, I don't want you to eat me.
You mean you or any you?
Don't worry, you will have been tasty.
Exactly. Me in general. All of me. Don't do it. I do believe that some of us have been told that we taste like chicken by our foes, and I'm not sure how I feel about that.
I think you would taste like gator. Also, what's a chicken?
It's like a little miniature velociraptor with lots and lots of feathers and no talons on the front parts.
A gator, you don't
it's
have
just
a gator,
wings.
you don't have talons, do you?
No, a raptor. Velociraptor. Like little dinosaurs.
That sounds like a truly terrifying beast.
It is.
Sounds like something he made
They're
up.
real. Nah, I mean, they're real. I read about them once in a book I found. I don't remember when it was, but it was like 150 years ago, but it wasn't. And I gotta sit down with some tea. Oh.
It's okay, I'm
y'all
sure you will have
drink sweet
enjoyed the
tea.
book when you read it eventually.
Did y'all drink my sweet tea and not refill the jug? No.
And with
At
that
this
travesty
point-
of Gator's sweet tea gone missing, we'll be right back after a word from our sponsors this week, Dysfunctional D&D.
I sure hope this works.
Step into the dysfunctional imaginations of our rotating GMs as they guide you through fantastical worlds full of ancient secrets, majestic beasts, and maladjusted heroes. Join us on Twitch every Friday and Saturday for new live sessions of exclusively homebrewed 5e and TTRPGs, or catch the VODs on YouTube at Dysfunctional D&D, where you'll find every session. While you're there, be sure to subscribe and turn on notifications to stay up to date on all the dysfunctional content dropping weekly. Homebrewed, just for you.
This is acquired.
Button has been moved.
Yeah, but
I'm drink. Okay, Doge, what are you drinking? Real quick.
I am drinking a lovely hazy IPA from a local brewery, Back Pocket. The
Back
beer is
Pocket,
called
like that.
Bubba, but it's from
Bubba.
Coralville, Iowa, Iowa City.
That's what Eden calls Thomas. That's cute.
Yeah,
I
it's
like that. I
a
would get that too.
pretty tasty
I'm,
hazy.
I'm
IPA.
drinking that Flying Cupcake blonde oatmeal stout that I had. I fucking sat on that shit for a little while. This is acquired.
I also had
Cool.
one called Iowa Vibes, which is a sour, raspberry
Can't
sour.
do sours, man. I can't. It tastes.
And then
Does sound really
so
good.
bad.
after my
tastes
hazy is
like
empty, I have
wild to me.
one called Gold Coin. It's a Hell's, all from the same brewery.
Sweet.
Yeah.
I am having
But,
some
Support your locals. Sun King.
having some homemade chai.
Ooh.
Well, I just remembered
I'm
I've got
jealous.
a cider in the fridge. I'm gonna go grab my cider. I'll be right back.
I also am having
Dang,
this
dang.
caffeine way too late, which means I should be asleep about 3 a.m. tomorrow morning.
Wonderful.
I have water.
Like
But,
if I
have water too.
if I have that shit post 4 p.m. like 4 to 6 p.m. I'll stay up all night. But if I have it like late, I'll fucking crash all the way anyway.
No, I almost
I'm
stayed
back.
up all night last night, or all night tonight. I will have almost stayed up all night tonight. The running gag is
These are things
ruining my
we say.
ability to
It's
talk.
what we do when we talk with them. So speak.
But hey, welcome back, everybody. We are
Let's do this.
live once again. For those listening at home, hey, welcome back to another exciting episode of Dude, Where's My Drift? And eeny, meeny, miny, mo, I nominate ST. Recap what happened last time. / before the break.
Last time / before the break, we discovered that there was a ship that was being pulled into a black hole. We looked super cool, tied together, floating towards it, and with no trouble whatsoever, attached some cables to it, and then pulled it out, and then we were invited on board.
I had no way to have vomit to clean out of my helmet. Nope. Not at all.
Such
Ooh.
gravitas from our captain.
Yep.
You guys,
Threw rocks real good though, okay, the first time. So I don't want to hear it. Brain 0.
I mean, to be fair, you guys could have chosen Simba as your captain. Just laying it out there.
I mean, we could have chosen Hiram too.
I feel like
We could have
this
chosen
is.
just about anybody, but you apparently chose me.
I
And
feel like
here
this
we
is a
are.
multiple choice
So-
question for which there is no correct answer.
No, it's all bad, but I was willing to fucking do it. So here we
I don't-
are.
I don't ever remember voting.
Yeah, you
I
voted.
honestly, I
You
don't
voted
either.
for Gator. I was there.
Yeah, but there you go. Simver said. Simver told me that I was also captain earlier in the bunk, and I just believe everything.
sounds-
Whoa,
Simver
whoa,
says,
whoa,
'cause
whoa, whoa, whoa.
Simver
Yeah, I'm not
never
sure
lied
your
to me.
role play really comes into
Whoa,
this.
whoa, 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 whoa. What I tell you in there is between you and me.
Simber, this is all your fault.
This is not anybody's fault but Gator's. He's the
I'm the
captain.
captain now.
I'm gonna go sit down. Oh,
Well, by the time
I'm
they
sorry, Simber.
make their way to the airlock, Brino's in there reading a trade paperback.
But yeah, so then you guys are able to get your ship lined up nicely with that of the Final Horizon, and you are able to go from one airlock across to the other. I'm going to flip our map.
Yay! Map flip, map flip.
All right. The Final Horizon, definitely as you guys step on board, shows its age. This ship is several centuries old, and it is, like I said, it is a truly massive. You arrive on what seems to be the main deck at an airlock, where there is seems to be a refectory just off across from the airlock, as well as you can go further to the north or the south. Once you step on board, Talaris reaches across to your comms and says, yes, please join me up in the bridge. I will be delighted to speak with you there if you don't mind coming this way. The ceilings here are all about 10 feet high, and the lighting is dim, but that doesn't really affect any of you since you all have some form of low light or dark vision. So,
Yeah.
excuse me. Yeah, you're able to start.
Scare you too. I could roll an intimidate check for you right now, boss. I promise. Do real good.
But you guys are able to start making your way to the north, to where the bridge is located, as I drag you all unwillingly forward.
Making my way downtown.
Walking
Go
fast.
past.
I'm just gonna pop you all right
Walking
there.
fast, walking. Da-da-da-da-da-da.
I will let it be known that Braino is actually on relatively high alert. No weapon drawn, but this just feels weird. This feels off.
Sure. As you
Later's just
walk your way,
walking around. He's got like a new cape.
as you make your way forward through the Final Horizon, you see signs of damage both on the outer walls and along the flooring, from where it seems as the AI had warned you that they dropped out of the drift unexpectedly into this massive debris field, and they got pummeled by some of those rocks and boulders that are being pulled in. As you step foot into the bridge, an elderly Kasatha dressed in simple black robes stands at a console on the ship's bridge. Wow, I'm still doing great on this talking thing tonight, guys.
It's
I
cool,
mean,
man.
English
We're gonna
is your
get back
first
onto it.
language.
It's gonna be all right.
Show some good old artwork
Oh,
here.
nice.
Welcome, travelers. I am Abbot Talaris, a humble servant of my brethren. I'd be nothing without our dear Cora, of course. He smiles warmly, waving his arms to indicate the ship around him. I believe you've already become acquainted with her. Cora A, or Cora, as we like to call her, is our ship's artificial intelligence. She handles most of the ship's operations and routine repairs, and she's become something of a guiding light to our order over these long years. The pilot of our ship, and they gesture to another Kasatha who is seated in a chair behind them. This is Ninora. She has been a pilot with us for quite some time as well. The AI chirps in. That is kind of you, Abbott. I will continue to fulfill my purpose by guiding the ship and its crew to the best of my programming. And the voice of the AI seems to come from everywhere on the ship, almost echoing around a little bit. And as you kind of glance around, you notice there are several speakers planted all in various corners of the bridge, and glancing back in the hallway, you can recall that you saw some scattered throughout the ship as well, making it possible for the AI to communicate with anyone at any time throughout the entire ship. Talaris looks back at the five of you, continuing. We are at the Monastery of the Final Horizon. Lead simple lives with few luxuries, dedicated to the contemplation of the stars and the forces within them. Naturally, we are extremely grateful for your timely aid, but I do not think that your arrival here is mere coincidence. As the cycle reminds us, the universe is always in balance. And I would like to ask, how is it that you have come to bring yourselves here? What events have led you to come to our aid this day?
We're like immortal now, so like we float around through dimensions, sir.
It's complicated.
It's very complicated.
Yeah, but like also not like we're immortal and we float through dimensions and time space. And that's how
Complicated.
how it is.
Yeah, it's complicated.
Yeah.
Complicated.
Yeah.
It's complicated.
Truly, it sounds intriguing. You say you are able to float between planes and time and space. How is this possible? If you don't mind my asking.
Able to is a strong phrasing.
So that's-
it keeps
that's,
happening to us. That we can say for sure.
That's proprietary, though. That's what we call Nunya. And none of your business. Okay, that's as far as it goes between us. We did you a solid. We can't. We don't divulge trade secrets. Okay.
Oh, of course. I did not mean to pry. I was merely curious about fellow wanderers.
Go ahead and, I understand, but that is private information for our party to figure out, not for your party to figure out for us. How about
Yes, of course. Please forgive me for prying inappropriately.
Oh, I don't mean to be rude. I went to a seminar recently and I'm working it out. So let me buy you a drink later. I don't know, to apologize. I feel like I sometimes come off too aggressive at first, and that's just I used to be a wrestler. And you gotta yell at folks. Be mean. Trying to be nice. Trying to be nice.
Forgive me,
Sorry.
the much shorter, much larger-headed, contemplative sort of wedges himself up next to Gator. Forgive us. We have had a very interesting few weeks. You said you dropped out of drift unexpectedly. We too had trouble with our drift engine, and it seems that we have not had a great deal of success using conventional drift technology. Were you intending to come to this particular black hole? And he sort of gestures toward the screen where the black hole is. Or were you on some other trajectory?
No, we were making our way towards a stellar nursery, a nebula where stars are born to contemplate the life cycle, to contemplate the beginning of these birth of stellar energies. When the final horizon abruptly dropped out of the drift in this location, we found it most fortuitous that it wasn't such a place where we dropped out for, rather than contemplate and meditate upon the birth of stellar energies. We can instead focus our meditations on the finality of the of stellar energies, while we effect what repairs we may do so, for the damage to our home is rather extensive.
Yes, we saw. He sort of turns his head and considers Simber for a moment, looking to see what the Raxalite is up to. Have you heard of any other ships? Have you had contact with anyone else that seems to be having the same issue? I cannot say that outside of fiction that I have seen what appears to be chunks of an entire planet floating near an event horizon, only within the drift.
With that, Cora actually chimes back in. I was performing routine autopilot functions in the drift when a planar anomaly occurred. ejecting us from the drift. We were surrounded by this dangerous debris that seems to be predominantly from other planes, and that is when we sustained serious damage. Most of our systems are, unfortunately, offline, including communication systems. The living occupants are safe thanks to the environmental protections. However, without main power, we are currently stuck in this location.
Will you be able to effect efficient repairs? Or could we perhaps offer you an additional amount of assistance? With that, he looks up to, tilts his funny shaped head up towards the Gator. That is, of course, if the captain thinks that is appropriate.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to be an asshole to you guys, or a cloaca hole, if you will. Just, whatever you think is best in this situation. I think that, it's nice to be accommodating folks, That's all.
At that, Talaris and Nunera actually look at each other for a moment for the Abbot nods. Well, thanks to your aid in bringing us to a place where we may safely observe the black hole, we may absolutely safely take stock of our resources and begin to repair the ship. But we were wondering if you would be willing to stay with us while we do so. Actually, you're welcome to share with what little we have, including fresh meals. What some of our lower decks, as our numbers have dwindled, we have converted into gardens and hydroponics so that we have fresh fruits and vegetables that we may cook with our meals. They may be better served than the food synthesizers you have aboard your own vessel, if you would not care to linger with us for a time.
With Brano is actually going to reach out telepathically and speak to his crewmates. Forgive my impetuousness, but I believe we may be able to perhaps gain more information if we linger here for a little while. Perhaps observe the beginning of the troubles that we have been accused of.
I don't know. If we hang out, we might become the beginning of the troubles we're accused of. We might have already started it.
That's paradoxical. I think. I don't know. I got that word once, a couple months back on the word of the day calendar.
I'm interested in seeing these plants the guy was talking about.
Treb's always in favor of any fact-finding mission.
Sam Lee's kind of the same way.
Treb could probably help out with the repairs to their ship.
And
same with Gimbals.
Hiram is a Solarian too, so I have no doubt he'd want to kind of hang out and hobnob.
Let's hear the Hiram hobnobbing. I want to hear Hiram hobnob. Hiram hobnob.
So you guys have this talk telepathically, right?
Then you're gonna have to have. Well, then you're gonna have to subscribe to Hiram's OnlyFans.
Don't you mean his Sponely fans? Space only fans? Sponely fans?
Sponely.
Sponely fans.
Okay, so this is my last night on the podcast.
It's actually only fans. They're space fans.
Yeah, they're just, it's only...
That's true.
Only space.
My bad.
That's true.
Only...
Get it right, Kate. Gosh.
My bad. I don't even know my own lore, guys.
Hair flip.
God, Space Daddy.
Wait.
Oh, this went in directions I really. The rule number 1, don't go there. Rule number 2, don't take me with you. You have violated both of those.
The can
after
opening.
this quick, after this interaction, Bruno turns back and nods his head slightly. I believe that we will stay and assist you as you would like. No doubt my companions would find fresh fruit far more appealing.
Appealing.
Wonderful, wonderful news. I greatly appreciate this. You see, this ship was once a simple bulk freighter, but we have transformed it into a place for solitude and study. We have a library and training facilities, as well as a meditation hall.
Well, that sounds mighty fine.
You,
I would like to show you our my quarters. That is crazy. Sometime after that, if you don't mind. You know, I got a crazy room up top that I would like to show you specifically. I can't show you much else, but I can show you that.
I'd be most delighted. During your stay in this area, you are welcome to traverse anywhere about the ship that you so desire, except for the computer core. It's housed on a deck below us, but only Cora and I have access to that. It's our own little safety precautions, if you will. I'm sure you understand.
I mean, if I'm gonna get that from you, then you know, I get that because I just gave you what for on the other. That's fine.
Gator, are you into this guy? Because you just offered to take him back to your place, and
I mean,
And that,
like,
and I mean that.
well, like
that
it's
place-
a yin and yang situation, right? Like, I'm entropy and they're like entropy. I don't know how you what they do, but it's like explodies, and
Extropy,
it's
not
neat.
entropy.
I like
Extropy.
explosions.
Extropy, not outropy.
Well, I haven't gotten that to my word of the day, so forgive me.
when he goes to the bathroom later, he'll learn some new words.
Yeah, when you go to the bathroom, it's extropy.
I got him that toilet paper.
That's too much of a mental one for years.
Okay, so what can we do to actually assist these folks if we're going to hang around for a bit? I'm assuming they
Well,
said something about their power core was offline. Is that correct?
yeah, so they do, like as I said, the lights in here are dim because they are running on basically low power modes currently. There are several different things, honestly, that you guys are able to work on during your time here. This is also a good opportunity for Trev or anyone else if you want to work on upgrading the Primarata, because you're right by an asteroid field where you would be able to get lots and lots of raw materials as needed to kind of refine through your tech workshop and stuff like that.
Well, that's
Okay.
Mighty
Yeah,
fine.
we'll try to do with that then.
This is when you can upgrade your Primarata to tier 4.
Nice.
Hmm.
It's gonna be great.
But so there are several different things that you can work on. There's the abbot will explain. During the debris crashing into our ship, several of our members were injured, so we could definitely use those. If you have any trained in first aid or medicine, could help with treating injuries and wounds. We need damage. There's damage on the ship's hull that needs to be repaired as well. The flight systems need to be recalibrated according to Cora. And if any of you are trained in, and if any of you so desire, you may also speak with some of the monks who are suffering from some trauma of the events of what occurred with when some of their close comrades were either killed or severely wounded in the hazards as well.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Yeah, we definitely have licensed therapists on.
Oh no.
I'll talk to some people. I'm used to trauma.
Oh yeah, I would love to actually. I'm very much like a people lizard, if you will.
I just heard that. This is Simber just gonna do it. I just heard, oh no, oh no, oh no.
It's gonna be bad. It's gonna be fun.
All right, so let's have a quick look. Brino's really more support for any of these. He has medicine. He has engineering, so could help with either of those.
So for obviously first aid, helping out with like healing some of those who are injured was just doing some medicine checks. If you want to do repairs on the engine hull, on the ship's hulls, that's going to be engineering.
Okay.
Recalibrating flight systems, it's going to be computers and engineering both working together.
Okay.
And obviously for helping those with troubled minds, the diplomacy and mysticism checks.
Yes.
Yeah, Brino cannot help with those, but the engineering and physical medicine can be.
Yeah, Trev is also good at those things. And computers.
You know, I don't know if we brought in the B team. Some of those are better.
Yeah, that's my skill monkey. I don't have anything. I can help you.
I think that's part of the challenge. So we don't have the skill monkeys.
Yeah. I get it. Fuck you for suggesting it.
So feel free to move your tokens around the map where you kind of explored around a little bit. Rather than all just hanging out in one spot, obviously. Because this is again going to be like several days worth of, you guys are going to be here for a while essentially. Especially if you're upgrading the Primarata as well, that's going to be several days worth of work there. So it's not like a crazy brief amount of time where you have to get all this done immediately type thing. The first day is going to be the most kind of generally hectic, just because that's when you're trying to get the most emergency stuff done. But I can give you that.
I'm assuming this room on the right side is like their med bay.
Indeed, I was about to say that. Sam, lead that. There is the med bay.
Yeah.
Inside there is a patient on a bed who seems to be unconscious and very looks severely injured. There's another one of the monks who will glance at you when you enter and introduce herself as very curtly as Sister Baraga.
Where do I go to help?
And then kind of return to her working.
Where's this meditation lounge you got going on again? Is it over here? This looks some meditation. Looks like they're doing.
That's actually that over there is actually a training room.
Oh, I'll go in there. Yeah, that sounds wonderful.
Okay. Well, Bruno would offer to assist Dr. Sam Lee for medicine.
Sure. And if you want to roll that assist check, and then Sam, if you want to roll your medicine check to investigate what's going on with the
I didn't just open the airlock.
We all did.
Probably did just open the airlock.
I did not just open
I will
the airlock.
throw a reminder that there is very little air in this ship, so it is recommended to have your environmental protections turned on.
Got him.
Got him.
All right, Sam, that'll be an 8 if you would like to roll your medicine.
I'd love to.
Hello, Thundercat.
Oh, dear.
Good to see you again.
Not great.
No. So as you kind of start examining the gentleman on the bed, it seems to be a half-orc. Mr. Braga will explain that his name is Adzu. Let me type these names out for you, because I'm terrible at remembering to do these things.
I'm terrible at
The
taking.
Nura was the pilot. Sister Braga. Medic. Adzu. Injured half orc. That during their initial crashing out of the drift, Adzu was caught in an emergency door, and that his has a crushed rib cage.
Ow.
Oh, yeah, that's painful. Do I get a bonus to my
He said, "Wow, that
check
really sucks."
from like a med kit? I feel like I should have a med kit, don't I?
No, the med kit is just what lets you be able to make medicine checks, essentially.
Why do I not?
But I will say that is not enough for you to really be able to do much help for him besides just identifying what's going on with him. And you have some thoughts, but I would need another medicine check if you want to actually try and get him some good healthing up.
Oh, I feel like I should try, but I don't want to kill the guy. But what else do I do? I'm a doctor, so I'll keep trying.
All
right,
valid
I
points.
Can I assist again?
I'll allow
I
it.
will. Okay. $23.
It's a great assist.
Brain Zero makes an excellent nurse.
Indeed.
Okay, I rolled
No
much better.
bedside
this time.
manner.
Oh my
but
god.
Excellent.
That
All right,
sound
so
of
after you
one.
kind of fumble around a little bit and you kind of poke and prod at the ribs, which while he is unconscious, you can definitely see his body like kind of jerk and his breathing catch slightly when you're poking and prod initially. You're able to eventually get some get a shot in there to kind of help with the pain and get them wrapped and
Oh, say it. I'm an
start doing your thing.
anesthesiologist. Say I'm an anesthesiologist biohacker, right? I can just numb him up. I can give him the best sleep of his life.
I mean, but you're also, a properly trained doctor.
And
As
not
we
the
learned from
last
some of your
sleep of his
backstory.
life.
Mostly properly trained.
But yeah, the two of you are able to get some good work in there, and there's a few other monks who are injured with some broken bones or minor burns from collisions that you're able to kind of spend some time working with. And we are going to move over to Gator. Gator, what are you wanting to do? Because you're currently in a training room where there is one monk who's currently just kind of practicing some swings with a test weapon.
Hey, I understand you're Solarian. Well, like, that's pretty cool. I fight with a different power, I think. And I thought we could spar, maybe.
They kind of turn and look at you, and you see it's a Kasathan, and they kind of just arch one eyebrow before replying. Very well. If you desire, I could use a different kind of foe to practice my blade against.
Well, it sounds lovely. Let's do this. My name's Gator, by the way. I mean to stretch here real quick. I just take my tail and I kind of wrap it around my
Doug is
ribcage
just
a little
in
bit.
but two places at once.
Both
It's kind of
ways.
hilarious.
Just rock my back. Yep, there we go. There. All right. Do this.
It is nice to meet you, Gator. I am Julian. And yeah, go ahead and make me a athletics check to see if you're able to, spend some time sparring with Julian and a few of the other monks to kind of help raise the morale a little bit.
Oh, I just got 4 on the dice.
That's not
Yeah,
good.
you did.
I've got it under good
No,
authority.
you know what I didn't do is use my reroll from this book. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that now. Okay.
Okay.
Fuck it. I'm gonna forget about it later. 27.
Cool. All right. Yeah, you kind of work with Julian. He calls a couple of his other friends in, and you guys do some sparring and some workouts, and they kind of seem to be have their minds eased a little bit from just a nice, good, hard workout.
Cool.
And
Probably not great for their
Kaz,
oxygen levels.
Yeah.
Kaz down there,
They're weak.
is what is called the Hall of Reflection.
Uh-huh.
It's a fairly open floor plan area. The ceiling here raises up to 20 feet instead of 10 feet where it is everywhere else, and the walls are completely transparent, allowing for just absolute breathtaking view of space, especially with that black hole off in the background. Ooh, it is a gorgeous sight here.
I miss it already.
But this is where there's also have their library, where there are several books, and there's areas for people to be able to sit and rest and relax.
Uh-huh.
And I believe you are. We said you're going to also try and soothe some troubled minds.
Yeah.
Okay. Please roll me a perception check.
Oh, see? I didn't hear it that time, and I got an okay roll. 22.
Okay, so with that 22, you notice you're kind of looking around. There's several people who seem to be kind of in the area. You notice a couple amongst a Vesk and an android who seem to be continually talking to each other. A couple others who are digging in through some books. There's one in particular who catches your eye though, and it seems to be a Lashunta who kind of is acting a little furtive, glancing around nervously.
I know all of those words. Okay, I'm going to approach. Yo, what up?
That's this one down here.
I know that
Just
token.
say YOLO.
I said, yo, what up?
Oh.
As you approach them and say, yo, what up, they kind of like jump a little bit, like they're really nervous before looking around. And, so it is a female, Lashunta. And she kind of glances down, blinking, curious, as like, hello there. Hi.
What you doing?
Oh, just, I was just wandering around a little bit.
Yeah?
Yes, I don't think we've met before.
Nah, I'm new. Hi.
Hi, I am O'Neill. What's your name?
Are you okay?
I need you to roll me a diplomacy or an intimidation check when you ask that.
Intimidation.
They're both
Are
the
you
same.
okay?
They're both the same roll.
She again just seems very nervous, but she eventually kind of nods, like, "I'm yes, I'm fine. It's just I guess." And she kind of glances around, and Simba, roll me a sense motive.
21.
You notice when she glances around, she keeps glancing kind of in the general direction where there's a few of these speakers that Cora uses to speak in throughout the ship, before she just continues on saying, I'm just shook up from the accident. That's all. That's all it is.
Oh, I see what's going on. I see. Okay. All right. Yeah, shaken up from the accident. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yes. Anyway, if you'll excuse me, and then she kind of rather rudely brushes past you, and then seems to disappear further down into the ship.
Where are we going? No.
If you want to try and follow, I need you to make me a survival check.
I have that. No.
No. She seems to go down to another lower level where, as you watch the stuff down there, you realize, oh, must be where they have their personal chambers and their beds and things. It's very narrow, winding chambers, and it seems to almost be a maze of various bedrooms, both used and unused. Predominantly unused, and you very quickly lose track of her.
Oh. Okay.
And ST.
Treb would want to work on some engineering stuff. Probably the power core. Where's the power core? Is that somewhere
well,
I'm allowed to go?
No, it's repairing the ship's hull, or recalibrating the flight systems from the bridge.
Treb will work on the hull.
Okay, so you can they'll give you a tether so you don't float away, and there's a couple other monks out there with you. So go ahead and roll me an engineering check.
All right. 25. 13 on the die for a 25.
Cool. So you are out there for a couple hours, like just basically taking raw sheets of metal and UPVs that they're providing, and just like covering gaping holes that are inside the sides that are on the sides of the ship to kind of help work on getting it resealed up. It's definitely grueling work. You kind of like, you're doing a good thing, but at the same time you can't help but also kind of shake the feeling that this is very similar to work you are not the biggest fan of from your past.
Yeah, but it's different if I'm choosing to do it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I think Treb would like maybe get that feeling and like just like try to shake it and remember why they're doing it.
But as you're out there, at one point you kind of go and tap you gotta tap on the comms to order up some more parts, and roll me a quick computers check.
I can do that. 6 on the die for a 19.
Cool. So as you go to kind of hunt through and see it, like request them to send out some more whatchamacallums, some more material to keep going with your work there, you come across something kind of curious.
Oh?
Yeah, you pick up what seems to almost kind of be like almost a stray like a private chat. This seems to be piggybacking up off of the same terminal that you're using to like work on the repairs here, and it's between two individuals. Give me 1 second here.
You take all the seconds you need.
You get 5 seconds.
You get 5 seconds. The less than that now.
Shit. Going as quick as I can. Where? I don't think I have this PDF. Yes, I do. Haha, I do have the PDF open. Go me.
It was 5 seconds.
Not at all me not unprepared here, guys. I don't know what you're insinuating.
Kay said, I want to go longer, and then forgot how.
So this conversation I'm overhearing.
Well,
Do I know who it is?
When you're overhearing, it's like I said, it's a chat room, but it does not give names. So like you just kind of pick it up and come across.
All right. What's it say?
You should be able to see it now.
Anonymous comms. New page. New page. All I see is new page.
Yeah, the link is
Click on
broken.
the anonymous comms.
Anonymous
Oh, no,
comms.
there it is.
Anonymous comms. New page. Who dis?
Anonymous.
If you want to read that out loud for us.
Yeah. User 1. They'll never understand. To die is simply to become one with the cosmos. User 2. They are blind. How can we make them see? User 1. She will help us. User 2. How do you know? 1. Look for the file Singularity Protocol. I see now. How long has she been involved? Since we lost our way on the trip to the Stellar Nursery. Since we arrived here. 2. What can I do to help? 1. We're making preparations. We'll talk in person soon. For now, watch and wait. Of course. May you reach the final horizon, sister. And you, dear brother. User 2 has left the chat. User 1 has left the chat. User 1 has entered the chat. Complications. We may need to initiate backup plan. Well, okay, so user 1 is Simber, right?
Hi, I'm clearly complications.
Simber walks in and the complications begin.
Tag yourself, I'm complicated.
Can I look for the file Singularity Protocol?
Roll me a computers check.
All right. I'm gonna spend 1 resolve point to use my Surging Nanites ability.
Okay.
Gives me a +2. 28.
You do not.
Ah. Okay.
Nice.
All
All right. So with that, that's going to bring us to the end of your first day here on the Final Horizon.
Tread will definitely share this with everyone whenever there's like a moment where I can catch people either alone or just us.
That seems weird and rad. All I did was wrestle a guy. That was
Well, to
pretty
me,
cool,
that sounds weird and rad.
right on.
I tried to help people who weren't feeling too good about themselves, and one of them ran off looking at all kinds of things in the building. I don't know, man.
Well, that sounds really weird and fucked up. We should probably explore that later.
Maybe I'm not cut out for this, Gator.
Yeah, I mean, that's how I feel about being captains, Ember. So, like, suck it up, Buttercup. We're gonna fucking do this.
They said they don't want us to go check out the computer core, and now I really want to go and check out the computer core. Do we think it's possible for me to sneak down there? I'm awful at sneaking.
I can. I mean, I'm pretty good.
I am not good at sneaking.
Once you're down there, though, will you be able to do the necessary computering?
No. I don't know dick about computers. Slow it,
How about
if you will.
How about if I talk you through it over comms?
Yep. Yep. I don't think that's gonna happen.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
I don't. It's in the computer. Oh no! I'll just bring you the computer. Can I just bring you the computer?
The computer is an entire floor of the starship.
I could unplug the computer.
I don't think that you could.
Yeah, I could very easily. I'm pretty good at unplugging things.
Braino will break in again mentally to those of his crewmates that are, there with him. I would point out that you were able to intercept communications on the ship. Any comms we have could also be intercepted in that sort of manner. I do not believe that they can intercept my own natural telepathy. But its range is limited.
I have a question.
Okay.
Would this be a conversation you guys are having while you're on board the Final Horizon, or when you would return back to the Primarata at the end of the day to sleep?
Oh, definitely back on the Primarata.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, I think we will.
He's an idiot, but he's not a fucking idiot.
Okay, I misunderstood, but yes, he would still point out that they were able to intercept communications of a sensitive nature on the ship, and if we go talking on comms on their ship, they could just as easily stumble on us.
Yeah, that's fair.
Treb could summon a robot and have the robot go down and roll computers checks for me.
I mean, Sid's very sneaky, and he's
And computers. Yeah, Sid, you want to do this?
I mean, it's
Can you
possibility.
unplug from the pilot's chair? I've never seen you unplug from the pilot's chair.
I say we send
You were built
Sid
into the ship.
and
Is that not the
Gimbals.
case?
Sid and Gimbals, baby. Let's send B team.
Let me quickly level up Sid.
No, I'll send Gimbals as is right now. I will.
I'll say this: it's the computer core is like locked, not just you can't go down there, sneak in there. It's sealed, but it's biometrically sealed.
I'm an explosives mechanic.
This
No
is true.
biometrics.
Explosive mechanic.
Get in somewhere, I will fucking get in there.
Well, but we were trying for quiet. Quiet was the goal, at least to start. I mean, plans change. You know, I'm aware that plans change. So if we need to go loud, we'll go loud. That's Plan B. Does anyone have a Plan A?
Nobody has.
Well, Plan B. No. Okay. Can I summon a robot behind the, like on the other side of the biometrically locked doors or whatever?
Are there?
Do I need line of sight? I probably
You need line of sight.
Yeah.
Do they occasionally take things down there?
I mean, none of you were really spending time with the abbot to be able to watch his movements or things like that, but he did tell you that only he and Cora are allowed down there, so you'd have to be watching him to kind of figure that out.
Well, there goes my hide in a box of vegetables shtick. I think I can blend in really well.
I wish Brino had more mysticism or something.
Well, do I think there's any other way that we could hack into the computer without getting onto the computer core level?
Roll me a computer check to see if you think it'd be possible.
All right. Another 6 on the die for another 19.
You think you might be able to get access while on the bridge, but you also understand you'd be contending up with an artificial intelligence who seems to be really old.
Is the bridge where I would need to be to fix the piloting stuff that needs to be fixed?
Hey, what do you know? It would be.
Okay. So maybe I can try to multitask a little bit.
We could do something about that.
Plan B
Alright, so
still
you guys
just
kind
load
of
up.
have a game plan for your
Brino-
next day, I guess.
Yeah, didn't you say something needed both computers and engineering?
That is recalibrating the flight controls.
Okay, that is something Rhino could assist with.
Okay, so the two of you are going to be doing that kind of stuff. Cool. So let's set out for essentially day 2 of your time spent here on the Final Horizon.
All right.
Wait, maybe we should wait to try to break into their shit until after we've fixed the Primarata and upgraded the Primarata.
Yes.
In case we need to run.
Yes.
Oh, well, in that case, I should probably roll some dice to see how long it's going to take to get the Primarata upgraded. It's supposed to be what? 1d4 per upgrade?
That
What,
sounds like a
the
thing.
4
That
days?
sounds like a thing for sure.
But I have no idea how many upgrades you're making to this thing. So what we're going to do is I'm going to first roll a d6 to determine how many d4s we're rolling. All right.
Roll dice
Let's
to
see
see
how
how
long you
many
guys are going to be.
dice.
Using
Oh, wait.
dice for dice.
No, that's
That's-
too many.
Oh,
Sorry, that was I rolled
no.
8, 4, 6 a day. So 10 days.
Okay.
Mm.
So that's how long it'll take you to get the Primarata upgraded.
That could have been worse, I guess.
Braino, too, before we
Yeah.
have left to go, will have given this some contemplation and simply point out that the communication that we saw and our proximity to this black hole makes me concerned that there may be someone on the ship who is suicidally attracted to the event horizon. They could have been attempting to plunge the ship into the black hole to achieve this oneness with the cosmos, whether their fellow monks wanted to go or not.
The entire time, Treb's just staring at Simber while you're talking. It's like, is it you?
Simber just looks unimpressed, like you brought one on board. What the hell you mean?
We didn't really bring you on board though.
Bunky, I need you to stick close to me, please. Okay? I'm not gonna ask. Please. Just do this for us.
I didn't do anything. I'm being typecast.
I saw you eat you on video. It was terrible. Scary.
Yeah. So,
All right, so day 2 on the Final Horizon. And no, I'm not going to actually go through every single day manually like this, just the first couple and other important stuff happening as we go through this. Let's start with Doge. What do you want to do for the second day? Do you want to continue helping with medical for less emergency cases or do something else?
I think he'll probably keep doing medical stuff unless someone has asked him for other technical help.
Okay.
Can also
They
do
will.
technical stuff, but
They will ask for you to like head down to the quarters, and they'll like give you a ping on your data pad with a map, so you can find the ones who are down staying in their quarters that might need help.
sure.
That way, as they kind of warn you that it's rather difficult to wander around down there, but there are some who are even better at what they would like you to check on.
Yeah, Samley will check out people that way.
Cool. Roll me a medicine check.
Maybe I'll roll better than I did before. Yep, 24.
Okay. Yeah, for sure. Like there's some down there. Some of them is just they're preferring there's a couple like a small little area where there's 3 monks who live near each other that are all suffering from like the same kind of really bad cold where they're running fevers. You're able to give them some medicine and check on them and stuff like that. And you also check on a few more burns and some more make sure some broken bones are settled and that monks are indeed staying rested and keeping legs and arms elevated properly.
Yeah.
While you're down there, please roll me a perception check.
Uh-oh. That will be a 18. Not great. Yikes.
Cool. So it's near the end of the day after you've been like wandering around this rat-born like living chambers when you suddenly hear sounds like a recorded speech coming from nearby, but you can't quite pinpoint where it's coming from. And you hear something speak out saying, Brothers and sisters, prepare yourselves for our final horizon. An enlightened machine leads us into our future. All shall be revealed within the eye of the void. May the day of our deliverance come swiftly.
Is there like a? Can I do a culture check to see if like any of that trips a certain trigger or something?
I'll allow it.
Okay. I have culture. He's cultured. He's a doctor. They're all cultured.
Well, depends on your culture, but
None of
25.
it sounds familiar to you.
Oh gosh.
Look, just because your dad worked at the VA doesn't mean that they're all cultured.
My dad wasn't a doctor.
Those
was
assholes
more
are
worried
fucking
about
not
the-
cultured.
I was more worried about the petri dish type culture.
Oh yeah, I work with those doctors all the time. They're terrible.
Yeah. A bunch of them are bacteria.
But, yeah, so that's how Stanley spends his second day. Let's go with Simber.
Mm-hmm.
How would you like to spend your second day?
I'm gonna go looking for that person that hey, what up? Is she around?
When you're looking on the upper level, unfortunately, you do not see her around. However, you want to try and go back down into the living quarters again,
Yeah.
you may do so. And make me another survival check.
No. I got a 16.
So you're wandering around for a little ways, for a little while. It's you guys probably start, shortly after breakfast, and you head down there, and you're just wandering around, and you start to get a little bit frustrated when out of the corner of your eye you spot them again. What do you do and say?
I'm going to walk up with an air of somebody who is more familiar with what's going on, even if it's not real. And I'm going to hey, what up?
With that, hey, what up? Again, this Lashanta just jumps out of her skin, whirling around like and a sword materializes in her hand briefly before dispersing back into a moat floating around her head because she's a Solarian. Oh dear! By the cycles, you have to it's you again. What do you want? What's going on? Are you looking for me? What do you want?
Yes, I am looking for you. Yes, I am admittedly incredibly bored. Most of what's going on here has absolutely nothing to do with me, and I think that black hole is absolutely freaking beautiful. What about you?
I don't know anything about a black hole being beautiful. I mean, I guess I'm still new here, and they tell us this. We should definitely embrace both the darkness of the graviton and the light of the solar energies. But I'm still new here. Either way, so you said you were bored. Is that why? Are you looking for me? Why are you seeking after me again?
I don't know, because you're acting weird. Come on, what's the matter with you? Look, I get if you're new, I get that you're new, I get that your ship almost got pulled into that gorgeous wreath of destruction over there. But, are you good? Like, are you
Roll me
okay?
another diplomacy.
Yay! That's a 9 total.
Do you want to do that or use your book reroll?
Absolutely not. You tricked me out of that one last book.
Oh my. Oh, Sim.
Yeah, nope. She just shakes her head and just leave me alone. And she goes darting off back into away again.
Okay, see you tomorrow.
Wow. I mean, to be stalked by a terrifying sentient head of cabbage.
She has no idea the sins I've committed and has no reason to be scared of me other than the fact that I care about her well-being,
For
damn
all
it.
intents and purposes, Simba is adorable.
Simba, roll me another survival check.
Oh god, I have to get out of here.
We know her.
Oh no, it's a 17.
Stacy in the 18-inch kind of.
Yep. Don't worry, you are able to make it back out of the warren of rooms.
God, I can't wait until they get the deodorizers running again. It smells like dank socks down there.
All right, Gator, what are you doing for your second day?
On the second day, Gator spars again.
Oh,
But
thank you
this
for the
time,
raid, STF
He
Network.
likes to
It's
spark
really
a
great to see you.
conversation about entropy versus
We're
graviton.
currently recording an episode of our podcast.
Okay. Well, the exciting thing is the second day when you go in this barn, the pilot, Ninora, is actually there with you.
Okay.
She will happily engage you in a conversation about the very difference between entropy and Solarian energies as you're sparring.
Entropy and entropy.
Extra.
Yes, entropy and entropy.
It's
Yeah, every time you guys say that, it's gonna trigger me.
Yeah. Okay. I need to click your pens more.
All right, go ahead and this time either make me an athletics check or go ahead and just make an unarmed strike.
I mean, I would rather do that. Picture. You know what? I'm going to make an actual entropic strike. Do. And I'm going to show them what I'm talking about. Ooh. It was a bad roll. Did a bad job. 18.
Nope, but that is going to be enough to. You two are going at it for probably, I'd say a good like 3 or 4 rounds before you just land one solid, decisive blow straight past her guard, and she stumbles back a few steps before hitting the ground, and just lets out a nice, good, big belly laugh.
This lady.
Now that was a fight.
Yeah.
Thank you, Gator. That was wonderful. It's been a while since I had a good brawl.
Oh, damn right. Oh, yeah. Loving this action. This is Predator. Predator handshake.
Yep. Indeed, your entropic strike is quite fierce. I mean, not many
Oh, yeah.
monks here work with unarmed striking very much. We prefer to rely on our blades or our flares, but that was most impressive.
Oh, yeah. See, like, I'll just hold within me power from, I think it's just, I don't know, mad at my parents for not being around or something. I don't know. You know, dark and mysterious. When I was a youngster, being an orphan to my grandmammy. Usually grandmammy. She's tougher than me.
I would be most delighted to meet her. But I don't know about you, but that fight worked up an appetite. Would like to join me in the refectory. Our cook Triffy is fantastic, though they can be a little.
Sounds
Well,
like
you'll see if you decide to join me.
Yes, please. I maybe to shower up real quick though. I'd like to clean up.
Ah, of course, of course. But yeah, she'll make her way down there.
There's got a date.
First the prior
See
and
you on
now
your
this
second day.
chick. Gosh. But who is
I'm gonna
it he
teleport
comes
you here.
home to? That's right, it's me.
So, Gator, as you enter into the refectory, you're greeted by the sight of what seems to be a Murikoi, dressed in a chef's smock and a service apron, who waves a ladle in greeting. Wow, you're new. Hi, new friends. They greet you, bouncing on the heels excitedly at the sight of someone new to the ship. The monks don't recruit much and don't like visitors. They're, kind of boring people the most boring people I've ever had the pleasure of feeding. So, Spillet, what are you doing here? This reminds me of that time I cooked a breakfast of fritted grubs for some humans who signed on to get to a Sheeran hive ship. You should have seen their faces. It was fantastic. They turned as green as my Susha's eyes. Oh, manners. They playfully smack their ladle against their forehead and grin. I'm Triffy. I do the cooking around here, and I can make you anything you want. Well, as long as I got the ingredients, but I know all sorts of great cooking and cuisines. I'm good with improvising. What can I do for you?
I'll tell you, I would love to pick your brain a little bit, but a jambalaya like my grandmammy used to make would be fantastic right about now. You ever got any little fixing for a nice little jambalaya?
Oh gosh.
This is what they look like, by the way.
Love a good
You
one.
got jambalaya.
Triffy grins so wide. You want some jambalaya? I'll cook you the best damn jambalaya you ever had. What was your name? I didn't quite catch that.
Gator. You can call me Gator.
All right, Gator. Nice to meet you, Gator. I'm Triffy. They kind of step over towards the cooking area here, and they immediately start whipping up. And as they're cooking, they do not stop talking. Real quick, roll me a d6, Gator.
D6, eh? All right. Oh.
Yep.
Oh, did it? Yeah, just being clunky.
Yep.
I'll get off.
So they are just over there cooking and whipping up a storm. Like I said, they don't stop talking. And Nora is there just kind of grinning and chuckling at this because they're used to their antics. But anyway, they prattle on and they kind of talk for a moment. It's like, I once heard that the Yabbit used to be a mercenary. Got rich, but he gave it all up to join the order. I think he's on the run from someone. That or, figured he's got to be praying for all the sins for forgiveness for all his sins while he was a mercenary and getting rich and all that stuff. It's quite amazing to think about, don't you know?
Yeah, that does sound amazing. Can you do me a favor though, friend? Are you saying nefarious things happen? With this crew?
At that, Nura you see Nura kind of tenses up a little bit, glancing at you and shaking her head. And Triffy's like, that's a nice, good belly laugh. Nefarious things happen on this ship? Nah, never. Although, let me tell you about this last weird group of visitors that we had. They were a little sketchy. They never came to see me and join me on nothing. Always hanging around the computer terminals, acting pretty sus, if you ask me.
Who's this last group?
I don't know. This was like good 8 months ago before we decided to head out to the Stella Nursery.
Where were you when they got to boarding, friend?
We picked them up off the Adari, off in the pack system. Then they were with us all the way out into the Vescaria.
You just found them out there in the pack, huh?
Oh, sometimes the Abbot likes to bring on some special guests, some different Solarians and whatnot going around, or give some folks who can't afford any of the major carriers a ride, get them a ride and get them where they're going.
Okay, where were they?
It's a great fellow, let me tell you.
Where'd they end up? Where'd they end up then, friend?
Well, it was a bunch of Patra, and I think we ended up dropping them off on a Vesk 3.
Vesk 3, you say? Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that's where the Skitter Manners are from. Or maybe that's Vesk 5, I don't remember. Either way, do you know Skitter Manners call everybody new friend? That's where I got that from, though. They say it a little bit different than I do.
Yeah. Nope, do.
And with that, we're going to move on to Treb and Brain Zero. The two of you are going to want to work together to recalibrate the flight systems, correct?
Correct.
Yes.
Absolutely. So as the two of you start to get to work, Cora kind of chimes in immediately as you settle in to help out. It's like, what are you doing? I do not require any assistance with this. I am in the process of recalibrating the flight systems myself.
Are you sure? I thought you said that this was a way that we could help. We're very talented.
And
The abbot is concerned about over processing my servers, and this is probably why he asked for you to aid with this. I assure you I am capable of doing it myself.
Trevor just kind of look at Braid Zero. What do you think? Should we just okay, turn around, I'll go back working on the hull? Like,
Brain Zero at this point speaks telepathically instead of aloud. I think that it is odd that help was requested and yet the AI seems unwilling to allow us. Perhaps we should speak to the abbot again and get complete verbal permission before we touch anything.
agreed. Sounds like a good idea.
consent is important.
Yeah, so Trevor will turn back and tell the AI, we're just going to go talk to the abbot. We'll be right back. Maybe.
Okay. You are able to find the abbot in the med bay.
Okay.
Oh, hi, Samly.
Well, Sam's
hello.
actually technically not there this day, but
Goodbye, Samly.
Bye.
Hello, you two. What brings you here today? I was just checking on ads. Your friend, the doctor, seemed to have done some great work with him yesterday.
Bruno, well, nobody can see, but Bruno eyes the half-orc for a moment because his he may have been an adequate nurse, but frankly, his bedside manner is awful. We were wondering. No, let me rephrase that. We went to assist Cora with her recalibrations, and she insisted that she needed no assistance doing so. We would like to make sure that we understand that this is assistance that you wish, and if so, if you could reassure your AI that we intend to do only repairs and not disturb her in any other way.
Yes, I see. Cora, please allow these visitors to assist you. The sooner we're able to get the flight systems
Thanks for the
recalibrated, the sooner
follow.
they
Thanks for
hopefully
the
continue on our
follow.
way after we are done studying the black hole here. And after a brief pause, yes, Abbott, they may assist me.
Bruno gives sort of an odd, stiff nod. Thank you, Abbott. Thank you, Cora. We appreciate your understanding. And he'll look back to Treb. Well, turns his head toward Treb.
Treb will also just kind of give an awkward stiff nod and wheel on back to the bridge.
Yeah, these two would be a total riot
All
in
right.
a comedy club, let me tell you.
Hey, I put 1 rank into bluff at this level. So I'll have you know I'm an expert liar now.
I'm intimidated. That's about the extent of mine.
Will
Okay.
one of you make a computer check, the other make an engineering check.
We'll be making an engineering check.
All right.
I got a 15 for a 23.
I got a 29. It's a 16 on the die.
So the two of you are working through it. You are able to make some really good progress in getting the flight systems recalibrated.
Now can I roll another computer's check to try to dig a little deeper.
Sure, go for it.
All right, I'm gonna spend a resolve point to use my nanites.
Okay.
It's 29 again. I'm trying to find that file. I think it was Singularity Protocol. And I'm also just trying to get a feel for the computer system, I guess. See whatever I can find out without alerting the AI.
Mm-hmm. So as you begin to kind of dig a bit deeper in past just the base flight systems, Cora, a robotic organism guest. That is not the flight system you are currently perusing. Please keep your work to what we are asking you to help with.
Of course, my apologies. And Treb will just go back to working on the piloting stuff.
Okay. Do you two want to kind of spend the day working on that? Because each one of these checks takes about an hour.
How much work still needs to be done on the hull?
Oh, there's still plenty of work to be done on the hull.
I feel like Treb would probably spend like a couple of hours doing this and then go work on the hull again.
Okay, go ahead and both of you make me 2 more checks.
Okay. So my first engineering, that's a 14, so a 22. And
I got another 29. It's 3 29s in a row.
Yeah, you're doing good. And my second roll was a total of a 21. So 22 and 21 for Bruno.
27, but okay, so I rolled a
break the streak.
16, a 14, a 16, a 14. Because I had an additional plus 2 on one of those checks.
So, you guys are able to start getting the flight systems better recalibrated. There's a couple odd glitches here and there, but nothing that, when you kind of dig in a little bit deeper, you're able to find any more information about or that seem worrisome. And Cora reassures you that it's nothing to be concerned about. And then, so Treb, you said you wanted to go back to work on the hull some more, so that would be an engineering check. Brain Zero, what do you want to do once Treb goes back to work on the hull?
Actually, Brain Zero will go. I mean, engineering's pretty much his best skill at this point for this. But he will reach out again mentally to Treb while they're working. I find it odd, but I cannot find a full expression to describe the unease that this AI gives me. It seems very quirky.
Yeah, there's definitely something happening. I mean, we've got confirmation that there's someone trying to, or who wants to, watch the ship fall into a black hole other than Simber. And
Bold assumption.
and yeah, the AI seems to be keeping secrets, so I think it's a fairly safe assumption that we need to keep an eye on the AI as much as we can.
Indeed, I do not wish to see the unwilling members of this crew go into a black hole.
Exactly.
However, I do not wish to experience this myself. While it seems an interesting thought experiment, it is not one I wish to undergo physically.
I concur.
Is there any way for you to continue working with the computer systems from out here, since you found the chat logs while you were working out here?
I believe it's possible, but I will have to check with the GM.
Indeed. The
I mean, I must pray to Triune about it.
The guy from
It's the
Spain.
galactic. The galactic menace should be contemplated.
Can I continue to work on it while I'm out here digging?
I'll allow it. I'll allow you to make another check while you're out there.
All right. So first, here's the engineering for the actual hull work, because I already had that up.
Yep. Sam,
Not great. 6 on the
Yeah.
die for an 18.
Okay. Bruno got a 12 on the die for a 20, but probably was distracting Treb.
Sure. And then go ahead and roll that computer check.
All right. I'm gonna spend another resolve point.
Okay.
That's a 32.
Are you still trying to find that file? Or
Yeah.
are you trying to do something different?
No. Let's say I'm looking for that file.
Still no luck finding that file.
Ah.
Yeah,
That was a 17 on the die and spending a resolve point.
no
so-
doubt. At this point, the AI will have hidden it more deeply, or simply renamed it.
Yeah. I'm trying to think if I
And
have
work on
any
the whole. Both of you
options.
roll me perception checks.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Hey, 23.
Am I not finding perception? Hang on. Oh, because I'm looking at the wrong
That was
place.
an 18 on the die.
Pathfinder's second. That is 14 for a 20.
So you find a small. Notice a small piece of paper kind of as you're passing by it.
A small piece of paper?
A small
This
piece
is
of
having
paper?
Yes, paper. This has been torn from a notebook.
A notebook?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Wait, this is on the outside of the ship?
You want to grab it as you're going by?
To be
No, this was in a
that would
corridor
really
on your
stick
way.
out to you in this setting.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this was in the
of course.
corridor on your way
Why not?
out there. You pick it up. It reads in common, at her urging, we've prepared defenses against the outsiders. They might try to interfere with our enlightenment.
Bruno manages the closest thing to a deep sigh that a contemplative can. Perhaps we should simply be direct and bring this to the abbot. If the abbot was unaware, he may appreciate it, and if this is his wish, then we should probably simply depart and allow them to do as they are going to do.
I hear what you're saying, and I don't entirely disagree, but I really want to upgrade the Primarata.
I understand the desire, but is it worth risking being plunged into the black hole with this ship?
When you ask if it's worth it, he stares at you silently for like a long time. And then just goes, well, we should talk to the rest of the party and see what they think.
Of course.
And with that, we're going to have another word
Oh,
from our
Is everyone else
sponsors
losing him?
earlier
Hello.
I have no idea what you just said.
as we take another short break. But
Try again.
Another break. We're taking a break.
What did you say? Because you
I was gonna
just
say, let's
lagged out.
I got real bad. I said, we'll have another word from our sponsors from earlier again as we take another quick break and we cut this episode here.
Okay.
Step into the dysfunctional imaginations of our rotating GMs as they guide you through fantastical worlds full of ancient secrets, majestic beasts, and maladjusted heroes. Join us on Twitch every Friday and Saturday for new live sessions of exclusively homebrewed 5e and TTRPGs, or catch the VODs on YouTube at Dysfunctional D&D, where you'll find every session. While you're there, be sure to subscribe and turn on notifications to stay up to date on all the dysfunctional content dropping weekly. Homebrewed, just for you.
Okay. It's back.
Hey folks, we were going to try to keep going, but we are actually going to stop it here for the night. Thank you so much for joining us, everybody. STF, thanks for the raid. That was super exciting. And yeah, thank you guys so much for playing with me tonight.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, that's so sweet of them.
Take care, everybody. Have a good night.
Take care. You too.
Y'all have a wonderful evening, and we'll see you again in 2
Bye.
weeks.